Hello, everyone. Not yet, not yet. Starting in 90 seconds. Alright. Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? I'm your commentator today. I am Chandler Hutton, also known as Phantom. I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm Austin Armstrong. This is Cannon, head of the JV team.
Today, we're just going to be watching Trine University versus Alma. We're already started. We're already in the action. Let's just jump right into it.
The first map is Busan. It seems already both Reinhardts and both teams are down with the boyfriend who does get revived.
I'll take the objective. You know you want some.
Nope, it was
No.
the Spear Taco getting resurrected.
I'm sorry, that looked like it was from...
Yep, we have Trine University on the red team today. We have Alma on the blue team.
Okay.
So, here
that
for
was
the Trine
good.
Esports. Yep. Good clean fight from Trine Esports. Using that ultimate ability, amplification matrix, really to come in and clean things up.
Looks like Trine is pushing forward, taking a lot of ground, trying to prevent Alma from getting into the purchase, pushing to that point. Looks like we're just kind of waiting here right now. Just gonna see what Alma's looking at. They do have a shatter ready. They're gonna use it here. Just to get a chance to use it in time. That was gonna go for the res. Oh, that was a very gutsy res they went for there.
Alright. They have Jedi available, so this is a chance for them to really pressure on that front line. Really pop it. See what they do here. Grab comes out from Valken. And the Dragon Strike also coming in from around. See how they can deal with this? A lot of pressure coming from your boyfriend. Just not letting go on that pressure onto the front line. Has the shatter up. The beat came out, so that allowed them to have that help HP advantage. So that really
he got revived. That was what?
Window coming out again from Soren.
That was what, 2 ults out of Alma and 2 out of Trine?
Yep, pretty even so far. But it seems to be turning in the favor of Alma, actually.
Yeah, because at this point, yeah, just Trine's down 2 players, one of the healers and DPS. Ooh, that's a good way to pick off a soldier. Yeah, that looks like that will be Alma taking the point there. Alright, looks like they're waiting for the whole team to get back from spawn so they can push in.
Alright, we have the group up coming in here. Let's see what Trine University can pull together today. Let's see what kind of match.
Alright, this is gonna be interesting. Both Reinhardts have to shatter, so it's just gonna be a little fight of the Reinhardt to see who can get it. That's high noon coming out of Alma, nothing.
High noon coming out of Trine University could be the big. Austin's getting to pick one of those.
That was a good fight there.
Self-destruct. Everybody clears out.
No purchase there from the Ziva's bomb. That's a soldier ult from up top. Yeah.
Yep, Stego coming in cleaning things up. Good things.
Yeah, goes to the Mercy and takes up the D-Max Diva.
But the just Dan tried to turn things around, but in the end, nothing.
At this point, Alma probably has one last push left for that time it runs to 100.
Final fight territory for Alma. Let's see what they can pull off.
They have Dragon and Nano. Oh, there goes Dragon.
Dragon coming in just to give the space. Window coming out from
That's
Soren
a pretty bad window. It's going to be pretty hard to be getting.
I mean, it was good for their positioning, but it was just good adaptation for Alma.
Alma decided to go running that bridge and not even try to take that high ground.
Alright.
Are they going to... Ooh, that's a big grab.
Awesome stuff coming out from Falcon. Just like that, the fight slowly going in their favor.
1 by 1. Yeah, 1 by 1, Alma's getting picked off.
There's good things coming up from Ninja Mistake.
Alright, so that will be the first round going to Trine of 3 here on Busan.
We move on to the next map. Let's see what kind of round they have going on next.
Ready for battle. Tracer, you should be careful. We don't know the side effects of using the chronal accelerator. Considering the...
Alright, looks like we do have some composition changes. Your boyfriend switching off the Rhine to the Sigma. We have Ninja now going Torbjorn, and Soren going Zenyatta. Nope. And then your girlfriend changing to Mercy. Enemy team, Alma also changes Superior Taco to Winston and a Genji and a
Yeah, so it's the
Echo.
typical pop pump that you see coming out of Trine University. This is one of their signature compositions that they just love running. So let's just see what they come out with. Your boyfriend having a classic good Sigma. He's really solid on this tank. He really knows how to control the space with that shield.
They're really trying to take that left area by the bongo. Looks like they're slowly forcing out Alma, bit by bit.
Yeah. They pull out the res, so that's just one thing for their advantage. Your girlfriend's still having that resurrect in their pocket. Let's see how pressure this.
They missed a good chance to Superior Taco to try and take him out.
Take onto the Honest, so that's a big chunk of their healing out of the way. Let's see what we can do. Point control going towards Trine University for the very start
Superior
here.
Taco is so low, they didn't get a chance to finish him.
Yep, just like that, Ninja D coming back in and really cleaning things up on that Torbjorn. This composition really loves to poke and get off angles coming in from the Sigma. It's a lot of poke damage coming in from every single one, from the Sigma to the Sig to the Zen and even the DPS line.
Yeah.
A lot of poke damage because they want to just prevent that closing in.
Looks like Alma is trying to go through this far right-hand side there. That might be detrimental to them, considering that there is a Torbjorn. That turret is
line.
Yeah.
We'll see how they play it out. Let's see what they can do here.
That's an early Soul to Visor.
Visor, but it was counteracting that the Valkyrie. So we had the Valkyrie coming up from Badu. It was that it was the fight coming in response actually. So let's see what
Taco's in a bad place. He has to back up right now.
Yep, just for the cleanup from Trine University. They're playing really clean here. Good stuff coming in.
Let's see where they're going. Yeah, Trine's just pushing up at this point, trying to take as much as they can.
Falcon landed a clean hug, grabbing that Sigma. Able to get away with the shield and everything and the healing, but it was really good.
Now that was close. Superior almost got taken out by Vulcan right there.
Yep, Taco almost going down there.
And Vulcan is holding onto his whole hog. That's a really good ult to push him all off that point that last second.
Almost all 6 ults coming up. We got 5 coming out. That's the Valkyrie from your girlfriend popping in there. Getting that AoE heals and AoE damage boost.
There's your boyfriend with Sigma's ult.
Yep. The gravitic flex big onto there. Let's see what they can pull off though. Big kill on there. This is fun fight territory for
Vulcan.
Where they can pull off.
Almost got picked there. That nade.
This is Alma's last chance for the map. Let's see what they can do here.
They have 3 dead.
Yeah,
4 or 5.
Very hard stuff. Just like that, it's gonna look like to be the map.
Yeah, no. That last fight dragged on a little too long, and it turned in Trine's favor.
Alright, good stuff from Trine University on map number 1. Let's see if they can continue this momentum on map number 2.
I've got you in my sights.
Just like that. Honestly, having these recent changes, we now have what seems to be their starting lineup with Falcon on that off tank. Last time we were here, we saw it was actually Drexus from the JV squad moving up to that off tank position for a little bit. So we'll see what they can pull off here and see if they can really do some cool stuff. They seem like they have their stable main line and they really want to do some work with it. So
Yeah, it seems like Vulcan was doing a pretty good job being on the ARB tank and did a good job being able to support your boyfriend. It takes some of that pressure off of him.
For sure. One of the big things that you really worry when you have so many changing parts is you worry about that synergy really coming into play, but really not much being lost here when you have these different players coming in. It seems that they're very comfortable and are willing to run up different couple compositions, and we're going to really see some good things out of them.
And that's really good. And also, too, Trine has really good ult cycling. They're able to at least keep 1 or 2 ults in reserve in case things go bad, and then you just need to pop that for a quick get out or for a quick turnaround.
For sure. Really good stuff. All right. It won't be too much longer. We'll be able to see what comes out from the next map pick. I'm not sure who the map pick actually goes to, really. My guess would be loser's pick, so they go from a certain map pool. We'll just see what comes out next.
King's Row. Okay.
Yep. It's a classic map. This is definitely going to be going in favor of
Trine.
Yeah, for sure, because they have a good rush composition. They're going to have a really good read on this. Let's just see what Alma really has to offer. Maybe they have something up their sleeve. Maybe they're really confident in their pick.
I mean, not only that, too, King's Row really plays into a lot of Trine comps because Reinhardt is really good on this map, and that is a staple pick for your boyfriend, and he's able to really pop off on this map.
For sure. We'll see what he can pull off there. But we'll see what Taco come up with as a response. Maybe he has something really pull up there, up his sleeve, and maybe they'll have something good in response.
It's probably going to be a Ryan mirror match, honestly.
For sure, without a doubt. It's just classic Rush on this comp.
It's probably going to come down to whether they choose as their secondary off tank.
Yeah, it'll be a choice between the Zarya or the Diva. A lot of that Diva, when you get from the Divas, you get a lot faster momentum. But when you have the Zarya in play, you have to take some time to build up that energy, really get that maximum, the average energy up really high. So it really depends on what each team will play. My guess from Trine University, we're going to see that Zarya composition, because I know from Balcony he's more comfortable on that Zarya pick. That's why we see it from him historically a lot more often. So
Yeah,
we'll
let's
just
see what we get. Who knows? Maybe we'll get surprised and they'll go something completely unexpected. I mean, they could always do double shields. Reinhardt, Zarya, and Reinhardt and Orisa and pop up right there in that first choke point.
All right, let's see what compositions that we get coming up from them today. We'll see. It's probably going to be the Rhyme Mirror, no doubt.
We might see double shield.
All right, we get the Ryan Zarya coming in from both sides, it looks like.
Okay. No surprise there, Widowmaker.
But you get the Ana Mercy coming in from the defense. So we'll see how that comes in. We'll probably get this Widow pick not for very long, just to see if they can get an initial pick off. That's how you always do on this map. You're going to see the Lucio Baptiste. That's pretty expected from Trine University. Soren always clutch on that Baptiste.
They have really good ult generation. They will generally always be the first one of the team to get the ult and will always pop it first and push back the opposing team no matter what.
All right. 10 more seconds till we see these teams square off against each other. This is Kings Row, Trine University versus Alma once again. Thank you all for who are tuning in so far. We see the McCree coming out from Stego. So it's going to be a Hanzo McCree situation, it looks like. Alright, we see
what they're going to do here.
Okay.
Both Ryans just kind of, ooh, that was a sneaky pick.
That wall almost catches Stego, so we'll see how your boyfriend really deals with the pressure. The Mei is really good for really isolating certain members of the line, front line. Big pickoff from Soren onto the Mei.
Stego is purple though. He has to be careful there.
They have to take some time there, but they're going to regroup. They're going to push it real fast while they have this Mei gone. That is a big sleep. Immortality Field coming in to save the sleep target.
Instead of trying to push way into this one, push him back out the other end.
Yep, Ninja D mistake, and then, yep, big picks coming out. Ninja D mistake with 2. We'll see how they can deal with this. Your boyfriend is down, though, so we'll see what can they do here.
It looked like Trine was trying to push them out completely before they tried to even consider
Overall,
taking
really
the
good
point.
attack. They're going to be starting taking control of the point here. There might be a recontest here by the looks of it, so we might see what goes on here.
Let's see. There is a Shatter ready to go. Let's see. That is a good place to do it. With that double kill down.
That's, yep, that's 2 down.
That's the best way to counter McCree is just a red Shadow. This... Alma is down 1.
Big shatter for your boyfriend. You're going to take on the main tank. Really good stuff from here.
Is he... Yeah, he did manage to survive. That was close. He was purple and he had very low health when he charged. Alma.
But it's just that trust coming from the supports. They have a lot of trust. They play together a lot. They understand how each other play. So there's great stuff coming in from Trine University. They captured that cart, and there's going to be starting progress here. 4 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Big time bank for Kings Row.
Looks like yeah, they're already pushing up. Looks like they'll be leaving the Lucio, I think, on the cards.
Yep, for sure.
Yep, that's the best way to do it. They're just pushing up, taking as much ground as they can.
Yep, for sure. We'll see what Trine University trying to secure that space to give that cart as much room as moved. Just so that they have less fights on this point B, because point B here you can have 2 good fights if you on the defense can take enough space. But
it looks like Alma is slowly pushing them back though. There's the wall now.
That's 2 from your boyfriend on the window. Good cleanup.
Was that a double kill from the fire strike?
Yep, it was a window fire strike.
Wow, that was.
Soren always coming up big build time on the window. Soren really good at building those up, building them quick.
Is that the enemy? That was the enemy Mercy. Just in the back line.
When you're in a bad position like that, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
Like that. That's about as clean as you can get from Trine University. This looks like it's going to be point B secured, unless they go for some radical recontest here.
They're not going to be able to. They're trying to be too far pushed
Just
up.
like that, that's going to be point B captured. It's going to be 5 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Let's see what they can do here. Big pick onto the Soldier 76 from Ninja.
And it's yep, there's High Noon. Vulcan's probably going to use his grab, and then Ninja will probably follow up with that dragon.
These guys are unrelenting. They do not want to let off the pressure. They keep putting their foot on the gas. They want to capture this now. They want to keep this cart moving as much as possible. As 2 picks there, they have to wait for those respawns. They just
And
came up
Zorn
now.
almost already has his window back up again.
Yep. Oh, that is a pick on a Falcon. That's energy lost there. So they're going to have to peel back a little bit. They're still going to try to fight this.
They have the momentum to push it, so they probably should take advantage of it.
That's the grab coming out from
That might be the end of...
With it. And we're trying to save him. Let's see if they can keep him alive. A big pin coming out. Just like that.
Close,
Very
he almost
risky
survived.
Pin. It's a very risky pin, but it's a good bubble coming out from Skeletor again.
It looks like Alma now is going to be pushing up.
They're going to be fighting at this corner as usual. This is the common space for the teams to be fighting is at this corner right here. We'll see what Team Trine University can do. Window might come out for again. Falcon with the grab. Let's see if we see the window coming out.
Oh, that was a big shatter.
Grab Dragon, but it was a good response from Superior that big shatter as they were pushing in from the Grab Dragon. He knew that they were going to be pushing in after that Grab Dragon because there's a bunch of damage.
And that's a team kill.
Hammer down. Yep, just like that. Good, clean fight from the side of the defense.
And that was 3 ults out of Trine. That was Window, Grab, and Dragon for only a Shatter and looks like a Dragon. So pretty good ult trade in terms of Alma's favor there.
All right, so we've got a potential Nano Visor on the side of Alma. We'll see if they decide to go with that. They decided the Nano on the right here. Window.
Oh yeah, with the visor. Yeah.
They actually went for the Window Visor, but very clean stuff. That's another one fight for Alma.
Yeah,
they really understand their wicked conditions and really going to have a good rotation now.
Yeah, they found their footing now. Now they're able to counter anything Trine's starting to throw at them. But Trine still has almost 3 minutes on the clock. Like, they have plenty of time to push that cart the last bit they need.
Let's see how they take this next approach. A lot of shield pressure coming out from Alma. They understand that they have to break that shield down before they can get a good approach in. Toast on the grab here. They've really built this fight if they have a good charge.
They can come up both on Grab, Shadow, and Dragon in this fight.
Yep. Very close pick on the Falcon. But unfortunately,
Sego had a good flank, but couldn't find any pressure with his high note.
We've got 2 minutes on the clock here.
Yeah.
Trine University is going to wish that they had that window there.
Yeah.
All right, Sego switching over to the Soldier 76. Going to try to mirror the compositions here. It's a mirror match on the Danger line and the DPS line.
And now, yep, Alma is coming up on Window, on Dragons, and on Grab.
It's good old combination there from Alma yet again. That classic combo of the Graviton Surge and the Dragon Strike. Window coming out from Badu. We'll see what they can do here. But Ninja D getting the pick onto Honeyham.
Looks like Alma's trying to save the ult for the very last second. When they need it. Yep, there we go. And there's the Dragon.
Big Grab Dragon coming out from Alma once again, waiting for that Immortality field to be down.
And that's both Trine's tanks gone.
Yeah, the whole fight there.
And now it's just
coming up. A minute and a half. Yep. Good stuff from Alma. They understood, they saw that the Immortality field was gone from Soren, and they threw in that Graviton Surge and Dragon Strike combination, and just cleaned them up from there.
That was enough. And Alma's coming, so Trine does have 3 ults here. They have a similar combo of the Graviton, of Dragons, and Shadow as well.
Alright, Alma giving the respect for the space right now. Interesting. High ground pressure, they're just having a high ground fight here between the Hanzos. Graviton Surge coming out and actually missing from Falcon.
Oh, that was a big nade out of Alma's Anna.
That's Dragon Strike coming from Ninja D mistake, doesn't find anything. And yet again, it's just in the favor of Alma. They have a good read on the snap. They come here because they knew how to set up on defense. It was a little rough on them, but they understood how to play on this point C for sure. Understood how to control the high ground with the Hanzo and how to get good value out of that. And out of the Soldier 76, they had a really good read on how to play it. But
there's a visor out of Trine. Not going to be enough. They need to push up. They want to hold this point.
And they actually managed to swing the momentum. Stego with 3.
It's going to be close.
Right now from Trine University, it looks like they're going to clean this up and they're going to finish with 10 seconds on the clock.
10 seconds on the clock. That's a very, very
important.
finish.
If they would have finished in overtime, that could have been really bad for them. But they managed to finish the time on the clock, so it's going to be very good. It's going to give them another chance to have that attack no matter what. Have a second attack, have a second inning.
Yeah.
We'll see what Alma comes out with on the attack here. They obviously had a good, decent read on the defense towards the end. Let's see if they chose this map for their offense. Maybe they come out with a really good offense. But from what they saw here, almost 5 minutes on the clock from that first Trine University capture onto point A. So it's going to be kind of hard to match that first momentum. But we'll see what they can somewhat even come close to matching that momentum and really keeping it all the way through point C.
Yeah, because as you saw earlier, Trine was able to find their foothold real quick and just constantly push back Alma and didn't give them a chance to breathe. And when they were able to finally catch their breath, they were able to hold down and push back.
Alright, not much longer on the clock here. We'll see what they're going to pull out here.
It looks like similar composition from before.
Yep, going to be seeing the
Nothing.
Diva now this time coming from Trine University. We'll see how Valken can pull off this Diva pick. It's not a very common one coming from him, but we'll see what it can do.
And, you know, if he gets lucky, he might be able to eat that Graviton Surge from Alma. If he gets real lucky.
5, 4, 3.
I just want to appreciate the fact that Stego was injured before the fight even began. I just appreciate that fact for a second. Alright, here we go. They do have the Hans up in the high ground. Trying to look for an easy pick.
A little bit of burst damage coming from that Helix rocket.
They tried. Oh, they walled off super. Oh.
Superior tackle.
Yeah, that was
May
enough
wall
to take him.
crucial. May walls on the defense coming in from Trine University, super crucial. May walls just are really good at clogging up those choke points and really able to suffocate teams in good situations.
Yeah. The bad piece is off the high ground, trying to get some picks. The ultimate ult charge.
Yep.
Let's see what Taco's gonna do here. Oh, that was close. It looks like Trine has his number.
Rotating around the statue here. Let's see what they can pull off. All right, pretty even coming out from both sides. Soren again. Just look at this.
Yeah, early
Out the window.
Like,
Early window.
if you can even compare it to Alma's Baptiste, you know, it was almost a 30-40% ult charge difference, which is massive.
That's why
There's another wall that Taco is not able to get away from Ninja.
Yep.
He's looking for him to make sure he can escape.
Yeah, it's Soren and Ninja really coming in big on this map for Trine University. Soren, new rookie this year. They saw him as a very big pickup, and they once he showed what he was made of, they just knew that he was going to be a varsity spot. He was just absolutely amazing.
Let's see if Taco. Oh, he knows Ninja's there. He was look. Oh, he got walled anyway.
Let's see if they can get this punished though.
Oh, they tried it. That was a good lamp from their Baptiste.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. But overall, it still might not matter. They still win the fight here because Ninja coming in with 2 picks. Still very big stuff coming in from Trine University. Let's hop on with Ninja here.
Yeah, let's see if he gets another wall off on Taco.
Coming up on the Blizzard, this could be a very big round for them. They really got to focus down the...
Yeah, he's already waiting.
Let's see if they read this again.
Yep.
There we go.
Every
again,
time,
again.
without fail. At least they're able to break the wall to get Taco
gap,
out.
though. There's a little gap, but they managed to break it. Big shatter coming in from your boyfriend. Landing 2 on the ground.
That's it. That's a nano run.
With
Alright, there we go. There's the biggest threat gone.
They had just a fire strike. That's the Blizzard out of the fight. Let's see if Alma can really capitalize on this. Big self-destruct picking off the most supports down. And they're just cleaning house. Valken making sure to clean up after things start to hit.
Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like they all getting pushed. There's Graviton now.
Pick on Stego. Let's see if they can capitalize off that. There's a good source of damage out of the way.
Oh, they did. Oh, they did get Stego.
Let's see what they can do here.
There's the wall. Oh, that was a big block from your boyfriend.
Yep, big block. Let's see if they can do something here. Big charge coming in. Let's see how your boyfriend can deal with this. Ooh, falling down.
Yeah, that Ninja still has Blizzard. Looks like they're holding it.
Let's see if they commit to the Blizzard. Nope, you lose too many here. Y'all definitely want to hold on to that.
That was smart. Using Alma's wall to get around them and then put up his wall for protecting. That's pretty smart use of...
Yeah, Ninja being very proficient in this role, understanding how to use it.
There we go again, just waiting for the wall. Ninja knows he has one job.
Almost 3 minutes on the clock for Alma on this offense. Let's see what they can do here. See if they can really build a momentum in their favor.
That's
Immortality field
almost
out.
got picked there.
Blizzard up on both sides. So with that Immortality field out, that gives Justin, it gives them the chance to really pop their Blizzard and really have the momentum in their favor.
Yes, let's see.
Blizzard really good at locking up places on this point B defense.
Well, let's see if they'll be able to push around this corner.
Yep, Superior Taco coming up on that on the shatter. Let's see what they can do.
That's Stego.
Eagles coming out.
Yeah.
Good pressure from that visor.
Is that's double mail?
Huge blizzard coming in from
Everyone's just frozen.
Yep.
Everyone's like, alright, just take a break, pause, continue.
Yeah. Good stuff coming out from Alma.
There we go.
The field was gone. Popping that blizzard really locked it down the fight.
Yeah, that was all they needed to be able to take that corner.
Now they really see the start moving. It's going to be a minute 45 on the clock. They're going to have one more fight before they capture up point B. It's going to be Trine University really trying to put the stop here. They don't want them to cap up because they're coming close. If they get a
and they burned your boyfriend's shield down pretty good right there.
Yep.
There's a wall.
They're split up here. If they
There's a wall. That might be enough guy to help.
Falcon pick.
There we go. I bet. There we go. He was looking to kill the Rhine so he can do the shadow uninterrupted. Yeah, that piece might be gone here. That just gets hunted down.
Your boyfriend again. Alright, we've got a couple ults coming up from Alma though. We've got the Blizzard coming up, we've got the Dragon Strike, and we have these Shatter. So this could be big ultimates that could really swing in their favor if they play it right.
The only big ult coming right now soon out of Trine is Stego's High Noon, and Ninja has switched to Junkrat here for this point. Which isn't a bad pick, considering that you can bounce the grenades around.
Yeah, having that shield pressure in this very close quarters area from point B defense could be very good for them.
We'll probably be seeing that Blizzard soon.
Stego going on the blink here. Let's see what he can pull off. Actually, almost gets
picked off. That's... Let's see. That was Blizzard out of Alma. Already has his tie up. Ninja does.
Superior Taco getting up.
Here we go. This is going to be it. I mean, it's not bad.
Hey, it's a crucial pick. That's a lot of your front line presence gone.
That might be... This might be enough for them to end right here.
Yep, there's a very good chance that they can win all these respawns.
Maybe not. It looks like, is your girlfriend the only one last on the point?
Yeah, for sure. So it looks like they're going to get this in overtime, but it's definitely going to be a difficult task for Alma to come close.
They're not going to make it in time.
They're going to have a minute and a half to really finish this out. They're going to have to finish with the time on the clock as well. Or finish, they have to just finish to be able to get another inning.
Yeah, they have about... They probably honestly only have maybe 1 or 2 fights left.
Ultimate's coming up again.
There's a big fight.
We see the Window Fire Strike combo. They want to isolate that May, really pick them off. There we go. Using that shield to block the shields because they understand that the T-skills are going to block off. But it's big stuff coming up from Ram.
Yeah, then there goes Trine down. Team kill. There's about 1 fight left in this match.
45 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what Alma can do. It's going to be
Trine is coming up on 4 ults.
Yep. They definitely have the advantage in the ult fight. But we'll see if the neutral mechanics. Stego getting picked up by Honey Haynes.
No big purchase from your boyfriend's shadow right there.
Just Ethan.
Oh, that was...
Getting to pick on the Immortality field. Almost. Ooh.
Keeping him alive.
Your boyfriend getting a pick on this 2 from Trine University. This is
that was a really delayed tire there by Ninja, waiting out that Lucio beat.
That's what you got to do.
And that's probably going to be it.
Ensuring the picks. They're going to have time to recontest, possibly. It's going to be up to this Lucio. And just like that, it's going to be Trine University yet again. Overtime's going to be burning down. Not going to see much coming out. Very clean stuff from Trine.
They almost recontested with the Doomfist. They were close.
Yeah, but there's Stego there, ready again with the High Noon. Just cutting them down.
Play of the game.
Yeah, that was a pretty big shatter right there.
Yep, you're definitely going to see it back and forth between these two Ryans, both really showing their stuff today.
And it's really just coming down to who can get the upper hand in positioning first, because they seem to be pretty even in terms of skill and mechanics.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Because they were both kind of waiting to pick each other off before they used their shatters.
But I believe that was Alma's map pick, so it's going to be a very close matchup. If they can keep taking them to map picks that are really advantageous for Alma, this could be a very close game for them.
Let's see what the next map pick is going to be.
We'll probably see Escort next, or it's going to be 2 CP. If we see the 2 CP, we might see...
No, it should be Escort next.
Escort. If we see the Escort, we're definitely going to want to see the... Could see Havana come out of them. They might play the pub comp on Havana if they take it there.
They might do Havana. They could do Junkertown.
Junkertown as well. Good, very good. Last match we did see them take it to Junkertown and play the pub comp there, so that's another good possibility. But just a matter of time. Hope you're all enjoying this stream so far. No substitutes. It looks like they're coming in, so we're just gonna be.
Who was substituted out? I didn't catch it.
Well, I'm just saying we aren't having no subs right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, it looks like we're going to a quick break. All right. Looks like we're gonna be going back into things real soon. Yep. This could be very good for them. They have a really solid poke comp from their pub brawl. So we'll see what they can pull off here and see if they can really give some good things.
But as you know, Havana usually ends up at least the first and third point war of the snipers.
For sure. You're definitely going to be seeing the Hanzo pick coming over from Ninja D. I definitely expect that.
We could see Ash out of them.
You possibly. Yep, but for me personally, I think I'm going to be seeing more of the Hanzo and the McCree like we saw on King's Row. I think that was a very good look for them. It's definitely a good look that you can definitely see on Havana here. So we'll see what they call them out with. But it's just a matter of time. Looks like we're going to be seeing Trine University on the defense first, usually the blue team being the defense. So we'll see what they come out with.
They could run the Torb comp like they did back on Busan.
Yep, you're right. You can definitely see that toward McCree.
Really long lines of sight. Really good.
Yep,
that
good
Torbjorn.
pressure coming out from the Torbjorn turret. But only a matter of time until we see these teams face off, and we're gonna see what they can come out with, and see what they're made of.
Currently, as it stands, Trine has won 2 of the games so far.
I believe so. But currently, right now, it's 2-0 map picks. When it comes to the map score, it's 2-0 right now. What do you think it would take for Alma to really get the edge here? What do you think they're gonna have to do differently?
They're honestly, if they can get lucky and get a couple really good nades off on your boyfriend and just dumpster him, that's what they need to do. So as long as they can keep your boyfriend down, their tanks will have a lot easier time trying to push in and
sure.
hold that ground.
Absolutely, the frontline pressure being absolutely crucial in these matchups.
Because we saw on King's Row, Alma's Anna did get a couple really big nades. One of them, I think, had 4 of Trine's members. That ended up being really bad for them. When we have 4 of your members who can no longer receive healing, especially your tank.
But that's going to be down to Soren, which is on the Baptiste pick again. His Baptiste has been the difference maker for this team at times. So we're going to have to see big immortality fields in response to those
This
nades.
is an interesting DPS lineup, though. It's Soldier Junkrat. I mean, Junkrat's not bad. There's definitely a few places you can play and get really, really cheeky with him.
Yeah, for sure. They might play a little closer.
And there's the Hans and McCree you were talking about earlier coming out of Alma.
Yep. So they seem to have a pretty decent read on it. We'll see how they play it out.
Yep, they're running, and then Trine's running a standard double shield here. With just your boyfriend just punching the garbage can.
Alright, looks like it's gonna be Maram on the Ashe, and then just Ethan on that McCree.
Both the shield tanks are down low, not trying to split up and protect Stego, who's on the high ground at all.
Being able to have that mobility. If he starts getting poked out from Maram, he can be able to just run down, sprint down to the shields. Really good, really easy rotations coming out from. Let's check out on your boyfriend here. See what he's up to, see how they play this Orisa comp. Because now that they have closed the gap, it's really up to the Orisa to really control the pace of the fight. With that halt ability.
Stego looks like he's getting hunted by the Diva, or at least trying to.
Trying to push down Superior Tucker here, see if they can get the pick. And they do. Yeah. Taking out the immortality field and get that quick pick onto the Reinhardt. Let's see if they can
watch that dynamite.
Get the pick on the Skeletor, and it's just a clean fight here.
Yeah, they managed to push it back. They push it up decently far.
Take a look at the Badu ultimate charges. We got the Badu with the window, and then Soren just right there following up.
Soren, the first time, actually not having the window first.
Yep. But there wasn't much damage being taken that fight, so there just wasn't much healing to do.
That is fair. Ninja is coming up soon on his eye. We've seen him
Windows coming from
facing walls. Oh, this is interesting. Orisa definitely has the advantage here in terms of tanks with that rapid fire machine gun.
Big stuff coming up. Let's see. Oh, they get the pick.
Yeah, that's a wasted Earth Shadow from Taco. That's unfortunate.
I mean, there's just a big burst damage coming in, so you can't really expect those kinds of things happening.
Yeah, it looks like Trine will be setting back up now for the next attack. They're doing a really good job rolling them and not letting Alma get any round on them.
All right.
We have 4 ults basically at this point for Trine. With Alma having coming up on 1, coming up on 2 actually. There's the Genji coming out of Alma.
Yep, Alma having the good read on Genji, trying to pressure down Stego, try to isolate your target better.
I think Stego manages to get out. Oh, right into Taco. Thought he escaped from the high ground, straight in front of Reinhardt. You hate to see that as Soldier.
Fill up the shadow, see if he can get a good one off again. Putting 2 on the ground, 2 naded.
Wow, that was a really fast ult charge from Taco there.
Let's see what they can do here.
There's another wall.
Oh, another wall. Another
They
window.
better kill that bomb.
Bot actually nano boost me.
I didn't realize you could nano.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow, that's a
Elton
nightmare.
answering again with the pick on the Ana. This is going to be healing out.
It's
Support still live for Trine University, so let's see if they can do some magic. Visor coming out from
no,
Stego.
he got pushed. He's being pushed off by the diva.
Might be able to find a pick if he can get around that shield.
Nah,
Nope, nothing there. Gotta get pick onto the Just Ethan. Another pick, almost doesn't pick onto the...
Taco's still alive. Taco's getting healed.
That's
Stego
another pick
decided to
onto-
go for the Ash instead.
Good stuff coming out from
Yep,
Trine again.
there's Taco.
Coming up on 40 seconds. This is gonna be last fight territory. They're gonna have to come up with some magic. A few ults coming out from
If they
Alma.
get lucky, that diva bomb could probably come in clutch and get some pretty big purchase here. As long as that diva bomb can get one or even two of Trine's members, that might be enough to turn the fight here for
For
them.
sure. We have the D-Volt. Yep, D-Volt could make an impact. We have Blade coming out as well, but no Nano to match it. So it's going to be a dry Blade for this fight. Unless they really want to wait for it. But it's going to be a long fight if they wait
They
for
don't
that
got much
Nano.
time. They gotta push that car if they want to stay on. There's the bomb. Let's see it. Oh, they get your girlfriends. Oh,
Just letting the needle pick onto your boyfriend as well. That poor position. They really had to force the positioning with the bomb.
Someone's trying to stay on that point. Does
Someone
manage to
clutching up.
pick off the Taco.
Can they clutch it up here?
Oh, holy what? Manages to get the Genji that win for them.
Going with the 2K and a pick onto the Diva. Stego coming in clutch again for this squad.
Yeah.
It's going to be a full hold for Trine University here on Havana. That's going to be a tall order for
To be honest with you,
Alma.
I didn't expect Soren to win out the fight against the Genji. That was actually surprising.
Score 0.
Time and time again, you see this kid coming up clutch time and time again. This kid is absolutely insane.
Like Alma got the pick they needed. They got one of Trine's healers down. I guess they should went for Soren first instead of your girlfriend.
All right, this is where they got a match now. Alma's got to defend really good here. This is going to be the best defense that they probably had today. Let's see what they can pull off, though.
Trine might just go with the dive comp here
They
and
could.
just try to
Try to
bully
ice-
past them.
But I feel like if they're going to play their time here, they're just going to go with the Arisa comp again. I don't see anything different really come out of them. Dive is kind of hard to pull off this level, especially on this map. It's definitely a tough map to pull off dive.
Let's see. We're waiting in anticipation for what we get. There's the Reinhardt. There's no surprise there. With the Zarya. Okay, that's a pretty standard composition for
So it looks like we're going to be seeing rush from both sides. Getting the Diva variant of the tank line from Alma.
No, your boyfriend's switching to
Looks
Winston.
like we're going to be seeing double. Might see some double bubble here. We'll see what they continue with. They still have 20 seconds to finalize their comps. But if they keep this, it looks like
Torbjorn. They're probably throw the turret right on the cart and just walk it up with the Torbjorn.
oh, there's the echo. They might continue here.
They saw 3 of them.
5, 4,
All right,
no,
looks like we're
Echo.
gonna be seeing the Ryan Zarya with the Echo and the Soldier. Really good comp build from them.
Looking for early fire strike charge. He gets it. Gets 20% out the gate. That's pretty good. Looks like both lines are fighting for that quarter.
You're talking already halfway to double spin. He's building another crazy.
Yeah, it's 65% already for Taco. 70, 80. Yeah, this is going to be a very early shatter.
Oh, big
No
block.
bite.
Just even getting to pick on your girlfriend, though. This could be a very good fight for Alma. Good start to their hold.
That's an early wall.
Window, that's going to be a
Yeah.
The window coming out again from Soren. This kid making the difference for the squad. Ninja on the pick onto Just Ethan. This
That-
looks like inevitable.
Yeah, this actually might be.
Pick after pick. Yep, it's just inevitable. Good immortality.
Your boyfriend
Save.
almost bit the dust against the Diva, saying he was crippled. Barely
It
survived
was
there.
Soren. Again, it was Soren there with the abilities.
Yeah, that was a
Saving
really
him.
good immortality kill. Tapped him up. It doesn't look like.
Yeah, this just
Yeah.
looks inevitable.
Yeah, they're
Again.
down 3 players.
Just like
Yep,
that.
and that's game.
Trine University.
victory.
Very clean stuff coming up from Trine University today. And I
It looked like it
believe.
was going in Alma's favor with that really early Earth Shatter out of Taco.
play the game coming from Stego. This kid, this guy, veteran presence for the squad. A senior, absolutely great stuff coming out from him today. Him and Soren being the backbone of the squad. Also, everybody just doing their part. It's kind of hard to just isolate one player, but obviously Soren was the hero for this last defense.
Yeah, that was just imagine take on the Genji winning. That right there was probably enough to secure the victory. And then we just goes out and just hunts down each of the surviving Alma members.
Just like that, looks like that we're done for the day. Thank you so much all for coming out. This is again was Trine University versus Alma. Big day and a big win for Trine University. So thank you all coming out again. I am your host, Chandler Hutton.
Austin Armstrong. And we'll see you guys next week.
For sure.